Ness is a very basic but fulfilling fighter. He's a character that is always at the ready with a simple game plan, and how the user actually utilizes that differently than everyone else is what makes him successful or not successful. Ness is someone that can do kind of a bit of everything in Smash, and while he may not be the most unique fighter, he sure is a heck of a lot of fun to play.
Ness has always been a solid but average character. Now, he's a character that you can kind of do everything you actually need to do with him, but also one that just kind of won't carry the player. Ness is equipped with everything a good character actually needs though. Combos, a great grab, disjoints, and speed, but of course he does have that weakness in his recovery, which has been exploited in every single game and still seems really exploitable in Ultimate. Ultimate gave Ness a ton of buffs, but also a lot of weird, questionable changes, and overall it seems like he will be about as good, or maybe even a little bit better than the last time around, but he doesn't seem to be, the very best character in the game. But still, if you want a powerful character and think you can play him in the right hands, he's going to be a very competitive choice, and honestly be a really good choice for a main character.
For more future info on Ness, hit subscribe, as I'll be giving any updated information on him, and as well every other character in Smash Ultimate to boot, along with more advanced tips on Ness as the game comes out. Anyways, in this section I'm going to be going over the most important changes to Ness, / the best parts about the character. Now I won't be going over every single part about Ness and every single change and all the frame data, but that will be all linked down in the description below, so if you want to read up on it, it's going to be there. Anyways, let's start with the highest impact change for Ness, the buff to his mobility. Now in general, Ness has always kind of struggled at keeping up with other characters, and often been able to just be spaced very well against because of this. To help with these problems though, and to help with him actually being able to beat a lot of the characters that could just outright outspace him all the time in Smash 4, he got a lot of changes to his mobility, and it's essentially fourfold. 1, he can jump higher now. 2, he has faster dash speeds. 3, he has better airspeed. And 4, he has a faster jump squat. Now the TLDR of all of this is that now he can get off the ground a lot faster now, helping him throw out attacks a lot faster, maybe get combos a little bit quicker, and as well he'll be moving around the ground a lot quicker, allowing him to control space more efficiently, and mainly not be outspaced nearly as much as he was before. Onto other buffs, his fair now does just simply put more damage per hit. Now this move has always been definitely one of his best for spacing, for getting in, for comboing off a grab, and pretty much everything else the character wants to do, so overall, yeah, this is a nice change. Additionally, his down air also got a change where now it's a lot more usable now because the spike hitbox hits much harder, making it a lot more like a Pikachu down air, so you can guess for yourself why that's really good. Continuing on the train of simple buffs, on the ground he just simply put does more damage per hit on his forward tilt and his up tilt. As well, both of these seem maybe slightly more safe, and up tilt in particular seems to have a slightly better hitbox. Now neither of these changes will make, Ness OP or anything, and these were never his best moves, but these will make his average tools that could be kind of used a little bit for spacing or as an anti-air into simply better options and reward you a little bit more for getting them out in the neutral. As mentioned earlier, Ness does have some controversial changes, mainly being his nair and his up air. Now both these moves have been given a side disjoint, and in return seem to have lost a little bit of their power. His nair seems to just kill a bit later, but still has the majority of its utility as a get off me move, as a combo starter, and probably now actually has more potential to combo, making it maybe a good change in my opinion, especially having the disjoint. Up air though seems a lot different, and it looks a lot weaker as a kill move. But Nakat still says that it does outright kill, and it does have that disjointed hitbox, and it does have 3 hits, so it might be easier to hit on shield. I think it's going to be a lot harder to get just a random kill out of nowhere with the new up air, but if you do hit with it, you're going to be dealing more damage now, it's going to be a lot safer now on shield, and overall, I think both these changes are probably a small but solid buff. Still, there is some good and bad with these changes, and we're going to kind of have to see, but in the end, I think these are probably about as strong as they were in the past. Speaking of his aerials in general though, they're going to be extremely safe on shield in this game, even better than they were in the last game. In the past, his fair and his back air were both already super safe with the disjointed hitboxes, but now every single aerial has a disjointed side part on it. Neutral air, up air, down air, forward air, everything. Add this to the fact that he's got reduced landing lock on everything and increased airspeed so that he can go in and out a lot easier, and I think you have a character that will be very solid at controlling the air and at controlling space if you can space correctly. Finally, Ness's yo-yo smashes are just straight up better. His up smash kills extremely early compared to what he used to be able to do, and can now be actually used to hurt people that are just platform camping you, which is kind of nice. As well, his down smash can be charged right near the ledge, and it'll actually hit people under the ledge while you're charging it, and then you can release the move if you want to frame them and kill people with bad recoveries. Both his moves just have a lot more utility now. They're going to help him exploit characters with bad recoveries or exploit characters with bad landing moves, and yeah, they're just straight up buffed, and that's amazing. Ness is a very basic character that is acceptable at everything, but exceptional at grappling. His aerials are good for spacing and combos, PK Thunder for edge guarding, tilts for spacing and damage, smashes for kills and utility, PK Fire for a far range tool, and Side Magnet to stop him from being camped out against all the time. He has all of these, but he also has his grab, and that should be your main focus in your gameplay. His grab leads to tons of damage, more than anything else, does tons of damage by itself, and is probably one of the best kill throws in the entire game. As Ness, learn to utilize all your tools to scare your opponent into shielding, and then from there, start grabbing, and if you can do that, he has one of the greatest rewards in the entire game. Another thing I wanted to restate about Ness is his safety with his aerials. Now these things are fast, disjointed, and safe if spaced correctly on shield. Now this is important as it allows yourself to condition the opponent into playing a really, regular neutral game where you're spacing all the time, they're shielding themselves, and then when you can finally get your opponent into shielding a lot, you can finally break this flow, go in with a Tomahawk grab or another type of grab, and get yourself a devastating grab. These two parts of his kit really work side by side, so make sure to keep that in mind, make sure to go for your spacing, and try to get your opponent into making mistakes like that. Something else Ness has well in Ultimate is juggles, and he's always been pretty good at this, but I think he's going to be even better now. His new up air will simply put allow you to beat most of your opponent's attacks when they're trying to come down, and from there you can just send them straight up into the air again, and do this again and again and again. And he already had a pretty good ability to do this just with his forward air, but now with his up air, his new movement speed, and his forward air, I think he's going to be honestly an amazing character for this. And if you are playing Ness against somebody that really has struggles at getting down, make sure to use this as much as possible, try to punish them as much as possible, because if you can just destroy certain matchups. Another skill that Ness has always had that you should try to abuse as much as possible is going to be his edge guarding game and his ledge trapping game. Now he's always been great at these with his PK Thunder and with his forward air, but now he's just even better at killing people at the ledge with his new downer, which can actually kill, and mainly with his down smash. This thing just reaches so far below the ledge now, and against certain characters, you can just absolutely destroy their recoveries and essentially their chances of victory. Versus a character like Middle Mac, I mean, you can just throw them off stage, and then you get a very highly possible edge guard just by putting out your down smash, and most likely net a really early stock very often. Overall, try to learn how to actually edge guard these characters, because if you can, you just essentially automatically win certain matchups now. Finally, I'll say that in the past, Ness got most of his kills from his back throw and his up air. Now, in Ultimate, back throw is still an amazing option, but up air might be a little bit less spammable in this right. Now you're going to have to figure out more creative ways to end stocks other than just spamming up air all the time, and as well, you're going to have to focus a lot more on creating shield pressure so that your opponent will shield a lot more so that you can end those stocks with back throw. No matter what though, I think this part of it is going to be a lot different now. You're going to have to focus a lot more on getting kills with up smash, down smash, and edge guarding, so that might be kind of a pain, but the rest of his kit is so much better now that I really don't think this is way too bad. As Ness, you will need to learn pretty much all the movement in this game. Ness, as I said earlier, is simple in his movement and his game plan, and has been in every single game, but you have to do as much as you can with what you can get. And in Smash Ultimate, every character does have a lot more movement, and if you don't learn as Ness, you're honestly just going to be walled out extremely hard, especially against sword characters. Ness, right now actually though, does have a lot of options now, mainly with dash dancing and jump canceling. Now, in order to actually learn how to do these, honestly I'd recommend playing against a sword character, try running back and forth, learning exactly how to make them whiff as much attacks as possible, and then just go in and out as much as possible, trying to hit them, trying to get a sneak attack, do whatever you can. Honestly, you will have to put in a lot of time into the training mode and into matches to make sure that you aren't getting hit and so that you aren't super readable with your movement, but if you can eventually learn that, you're going to be doing a lot better than the majority of other Ness players. Secondly, you should learn how to PK Fire jump cancel, and I'm going to link that down in the description below, and it's about at 10 minutes in the Art of Ness video, which I really enjoy. Now, as far as Ness text, this is probably one of the only largely used ones that's actually going to be that important, because it allows you to actually use your fire to be a lot more effective in trapping your opponent, and to, follow it up with an actual combo. It's not way too hard to learn, but it's a pretty important skill to master. Finally, practice recovering in a multitude of different ways. As stated early on, Ness is a character that really struggles off stage, and if you can't get back consistently, you're probably going to get murked quite often. So what you want to do is put time into learning creative ways to hit yourself with PK Thunder to get back onto the stage. Having it go right, left, go in circles, whatever. Just make sure to never use it the exact same way 2 times in the game, because if you do, and if you don't actually practice learning what else to do, you're going to find it a real struggle to actually get good at this character.
And there you guys go, all the reasons to why you should be maining Ness in Smash Ultimate. Now if you have a certain character you want me to cover next, comment hashtag the character name, YOU Should Main or WYSM, and hit the subscribe button / notification bell to actually see the character guide on that character when it finally comes out, because otherwise you probably won't see it. Now if not, maybe comment why you want to main Ness in this game, or what your favorite changes about him are in this game or the last games. Anyways, as always though guys, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, click the top right of the screen right now for for a card of the playlist of more Why You Should Main videos, specifically a Why You Should Main on link. And as always, guys, though, thanks for watching and have a smashing day.